Hey there, Jenna here. Welcome to my channel where I take you on tours of tiny and alternative homes. Today we're going to take a tour of one woman's tiny container home. As an assault survivor, Sally struggled to feel safe in her large home, but in a tiny home, she has finally found peace. Today she's sharing her downsizing journey to spread awareness of this alternative housing option for those suffering from depression and anxiety. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you know every single time I publish a new tour.
Will you join me? Will you roll? Make this house our tiny home.
Hi, my name is Sally, and this is my tiny home, the SS Freedom. Every year, instead of choosing a New Year's resolution, I pick a word. For 2020, my word was freedom. My name is Sally Sue, and those are my initials, so now I live in the SS Freedom. So I started looking at tiny homes as I was getting close to retirement. They weren't just building homes on foundations, but they had homes made out of shipping containers, and I had never seen that before. Once I had gone to look inside one, I fell in love and I have never looked back. The home that I came from was a 3-bedroom home, but I only utilized my bedroom, my bathroom, the kitchen, and the garage. As I sat and thought about how much space I was literally living in, I felt like I could transition into a tiny home without any problem, and I have. As a sexual assault survivor, this has made me feel safer because if I did feel scared, I might have to go check that closet in that 3rd bedroom, and that didn't make me feel safe to have to do that. In my little home, unless you are a contortionist, somewhere in my wardrobe, I'm going to see that you are not here. So this space has been healing for me in so many ways. Really, it's brought me a peacefulness that I haven't had before. Coming to a new place, I wasn't sure how I was going to respond to that. And since I have bought this home, I have found a life outside of my trauma that I never knew existed. So it's brought me pure joy. So I live in a small town, Pahrump, Nevada, which is a little over an hour away from Las Vegas. We have 2 other containers here on this 1 acre that I'm living on. One of them is already up and running for Airbnb, and the other one is probably just a few weeks away from doing that. If you want to stay in a container and get the feel for it, if you're interested in buying a tiny home, then what a wonderful way to do that than to come over, spend the night, and just see what you think about it. So my monthly rent for my space is $500 a month, and that includes water, electricity, sewer, and my internet. On the back side of the unit, there's a little built-in that houses my tankless water heater, along with the fan and things for the mini split. My shipping container is on a trailer, 20 foot long. On the inside of my home, I have about 160 square feet. I have a 6-foot deck off the front. It has a stairway that leads up to the rooftop deck. My favorite part of my home is my rooftop deck. It gives me an additional 160 square feet. I have a pool up there that I have a little fountain in, so in the evenings when the sun is setting, I can sit up there and just feel like I am in heaven. It's easy for me to get my telescope out, and I don't have anything obstructing my view. Let's take a look inside. Here is my main entrance, which is a double paned sliding glass door. I think it's about 7 feet tall and just about as wide, so it's pretty good size. I do have a table that is down when I'm not using it, and then all you do is pull it up until it clicks. Just has a little hardware under here that's very, very easy to use, and then all you do is just push them back in and it goes right back down. I have been able to display tons of my art, and most of them have been either gifted to me or I have bought them myself. Coming from a 3-bedroom home, it was about 1,200 square feet, I had art all over every wall in there, but just didn't realize how much I did have until I was able to put it all together. It's very therapeutic to me to be able to just continue to have a positive attitude, looking at so much color, and I have about 29, either it says the word peace or a peace sign. That kind of tells you what I'm all about. Over here is my couch. This was special made. Once I removed the large cushion and then all my little throw pillows, under here I have 3 drawers. One is just simply nothing but for my shoes, but the other ones have my pillows in it and my extra beddings. So that's pretty nice. And these 2 handles here are for my Murphy bed. Voila! There's my bed. Now we are in my kitchen. I have a flat top induction stove with 2 burners, and it's really great because it can boil water in less than 60 seconds. Here's my Bob Ross toaster. I got that as a Christmas present and have enjoyed making toast that has Bob's afro on it. Over here, I have a pretty deep sink. And this is great because if you have large things over here, you just pull this down, bring it over, and you're able to fill water buckets or anything like that. So that really works great. I have a 9.0, I think. So it's not a regular size, but it's not a tiny one either. And it's been great for me. Then I bought a microwave that has the convection oven. This is my wardrobe. I use it for not only clothing, but I have small appliances in there, a little bit of canned food, things like that. This here is my washer ventless dryer. I feel like it has saved my clothes because it extracts the water instead of drying it on a very hot temperature, and so there's no lint, there's no fuzz. And then I have storage up here on top, which is wonderful because I have like a little office in my boxes there. I have my yoga mat because, believe it or not, I have enough space here that I can actually stretch out and do what I need to do with yoga. I also wanted to let you know that the walls are insulated with ISOFAST, which is specifically designed for shipping containers. It has all the corrugation in it already. There's lines where your electric can be run down. So that is key to having a warm home or a cool home, is to have it really insulated well, and this one is. For my heating and cooling, I have a 9,000 BTU mini split. So it's both my air conditioner and my heater, and it works wonderfully. All you have to do is keep the filter clean in it and you're good to go. So on your way into the bathroom, it does have a pocket door which pulls right out. You will have a lot of privacy in there for sure. I do have a very large shower. It's corrugated metal, which cleans so wonderfully. It's the easiest thing I've ever had to clean. And because I'm getting older, I didn't really want a tub. I wanted something I could just step right into. Then over here, I have a flushing toilet because I'm hooked up to a tripod outside. I do have a vanity that has quite a bit of storage in there for my things. And I have a lighted mirror, which, because this is a little dark area back here, it really works very, very well. I'm 65, and I think a lot of people my age and older, they are concerned about what are they going to do, how can they keep this big home and all the maintenance. They worry about running out of money and having to move in with family. To live in a tiny home, you keep your independence, you keep your payments low enough that you can afford it, and it's just a win-win situation all the way around.
Thanks for watching this week's video. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you soon with another tiny or alternative home tour.